Today we're going to talk about trench inspections. We're going to do a video today about a trench inspection that's greater than 5 feet. So one of the things that we need to first check on before we get anybody into the trench is that our spoil piles right there are greater than 2 feet away from the trench. And 2 feet typically is roughly about right there. So at least a bucket swipe is recommended. Okay, before we get somebody into the trench, we need to make sure that we have a ladder in the trench within 25 feet of the worker that he's going to be in the zone of working in. Another thing that we need to make sure of is that it is 3 feet above and that it is also secured so that it doesn't fall either way. Okay, one of the things that we need to make sure before we put anybody into a trench that's 5 feet or greater is that we need to have shoring in it. If it's for some reason you're coming around a corner and it's awkward to put a trench box in, let's talk to a supervisor and make sure that we're getting everything laid back to a 1.5 to 1 slope. As we have people in the trenches into a trench box, one of the biggest things that we need to be aware of is that we're not hanging the box greater than 2 feet below the bottom of the trench. Another aspect that we need to be looking at also in an inspection is to see if there is any water that is entering our trench from ground. And if there is water that is entering the trench, then we need to figure out how to de-water that and make it safe for somebody to get in. Another aspect we need to be paying attention to is fissures or cracks in the ground to make sure that there is not going to be any cave-ins or collapses on any of our employees. Okay, so everything that we have discussed today, there is corresponding questions that can be filled out on a form on SiteDocs.